Trigger warning. This video discusses themes of mental illness, schizophrenia, and suicide. Please take care while watching. In the early 1970s, Bryan Charney, a talented British artist, was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He had been living with the condition for nearly 2 decades, and for a long time, he managed it well with medication. But in 1991, Bryan made a decision. He decided to stop taking his medication, slowly, day by day, lowering his dosage, as he wanted to experience the world as he saw it, without the filter of his medication. His first self-portrait for this project was painted in mid-April of 1991. This painting shows Bryan at the start of his journey into the unknown. His face is clear, recognizable even. He still looks like himself, but this would be the beginning of a downward spiral. As Bryan continued to paint, his portraits began to change. In this painting from April 20th, 1991, you can see the first signs of the disorientation he was feeling. The face is still there, but something is off in the background. There's a growing sense that the person in the mirror is becoming less familiar, less aware of the world around them. It's subtle, but it's the beginning of a loss of self. As the days passed, Bryan's mental state continued to deteriorate. In this painting from May 2nd, 1991, Bryan wrote that he had lowered his dosage even more and had no more energy, and that is why this painting looks the way it does. He wrote that the clothesline was to represent his dirty laundry and how it was now out in the open for all to see. He described how schizophrenia was a self-esteem breaker, and he was feeling this extra during the time it took to make this painting. He wrote in his journal, "The split crosses are a reference to schizophrenia being a type of ego crucifixion. The man with the hat is watching me and keeping everything under his hat." Additionally, the split in the cross expresses lack of real direction, of a split in the wheel, as with the man with the nose head. By mid-May, the changes were even more pronounced. The self-portrait shows Bryan's face in an almost unrecognizable form. The boundaries of his face are dissolving, and the shape of his identity is becoming increasingly distorted. It's clear he is losing his grip